upcoming mom, upcoming parents, whichever category you find yourself, you, as long as you're a parent, please know how you bring up your child. Know how your child is faring. They are the one you're living for. The importance of training up a child the way it should grow is because this child is going to be somebody's wife someday or somebody's husband someday. Some parents, all they know is to make love and bring a child to this world. How the child grow up is none of their business. What the child does with their tablet or with their video games is none of their business. How the child grows up is none of their business. The attitude of the child is none of their business. Their own is just to make love, sweet love at night, get pregnant and give birth. That was it. My beautiful ladies, is not all about making love and bring up a child. The essence of bringing up a child is a task that you must decide to take. Because this child will end up being somebody's husband someday or somebody's wife someday. The Bible says, bring up a child the way he should grow. And when he grows, he will not depart from it. Please, my beautiful mothers, take your time to watch what your kids are watching on their video games. Take your time to see what their daily activities are. Take your time to know what they are doing. Take your time to dress them. Some mothers know how to keep their hair so good, their body. But if you see their child so tattered, they don't care. And funny enough, this child is going to grow up and become somebody's wife and start facing the negativities of life. Everybody start blaming that child. This child come from a home, for God's sake. What is she learning? What is he learning? I know it is never easy to bring up a child, but it's a task. Your child is your reflection. Whatever your child portray outside is the reflection of the parents. Parents, please take time to observe your children. They are the only one you're living for. That job you're running to, you will die and leave that job someday, and somebody will replace you within a twinkling of an eye. That career you are running after, you will die and leave that career someday. But these are your children that will bear your name from generation to generations. When the head refuses to stand, the tail will never stand. Parents, what is our duty, for crying out loud? What is your children doing? How do you look at yourself outside, and how do they look at your kids outside? You have time to get a Brazilian hair. You have time to get a nice shoes. You have time to come outside on social media and present yourself. But if they look at your kids or your home, it's zero to write about. Your kids are your reflection of you. You must know that. Take time to bring up your kids. Have a little time for them, just the way you have time for that your job. Try and get a job that you have time for your kids and have time for your job. These are your descendants, for crying out loud. Let's take time to bring up our children. They will end up being somebody's wife or somebody's husband someday. Please, parents, most parents don't have time for these kids. They don't. And they hid it. These are dependent children. These are children that cannot express themselves. All what they see is their mom, but you have zero time for them. All you do is to chase money. All you do is to chase fashion. All you do, no one is telling you not to chase fashion. Have a little time we ask for your kids. A responsible boy from a responsible boy will end up meeting irresponsible girl outside. Then they cannot live because of how you bring up a child. So parents, especially where I'm coming from, they immediately they get married or they have kids, they bring up house girl. They cannot send their kids to go and bring water for them to drink. Their kids will keep playing video games. Their kids will keep typing on their phones. All they do is to send housemaid. All they do is to send housemaid. They are training their housemaid. You think you're doing the girl. You're training up the housemaid. She will end up being a better person. What about your kids? You feel you have money, you can take care of your kids. You will die and leave them someday. And they will be on their own and become useless to the society. Your money cannot bring up a child. Your money cannot give a child a good manners. You must teach these children. In my country where I came from, they use house girl to bring up their child. All the child knows is to take a shower, dress up, be on her phone. Take a shower, dress up, be on a tablet. Take a shower, dress up, be on a video game. You are not bringing up that child. You will use somebody else's child all for the sake of house girl. You have money. You are not training up that child, my dear. We must stop this. Nobody is telling you not to take housemaid, especially Africa. But the essential work that you feel, little work that you feel your child can do it, train up a child. You can tell a child to go and bring water for you. Leave the house girl. At least she have her own essential job too. My mom do have a maid. We are 8 in numbers. My mom do have a maid. But you can never see my mom sending housemaid where our children are not in school. If the housemaid is home, I'm home, my mom must send me and leave the maid. Today, there is nothing I cannot do. There is no soup in my African dialect I cannot cook. There is no job I cannot handle. God bless my mom. I thought she was maltreating us and leaving the house girl. Today, where's the house girl? She has gone to look for a greener pasture. And here I am, all alone, all by myself. And with my kids. If I don't know how to do this, where will I start from? I become a liability to my husband. I become a hate to him. Because he will leave me at home and go chase another woman who is capable. Yes, that is way of life. So parents, I'm using this opportunity to beg you. Don't use housemaid over your kids. Learn to know their daily activities. When they are playing games, just throw to where they are busy looking at their games. Just try and, what are you watching? Can I have a view? I do that to my son always. If it's what he's not supposed to watch, he's changing it immediately. Don't watch this. This is for grown-ups. Go for kids. Say, okay, mom. Please, child, no one is perfect. Likewise, I'm learning every day. Have time for your kids. Little time counts. Have time for your kids. Thank you, guys. I believe this, my little video, is able to convince 1 or 2 parents. Please, guys, if you see this on your way, maybe you just come across my message, try and share it. Somebody needs this to heal. Somebody needs this to learn. New parents, old parents, nobody is above learning. Even your kids of 2 years can teach you something. Please share my video and do not forget to like and subscribe. That is what sustains me and gives me the grace to come in your way next time. Thank you and have a good day. And do not forget to press the notification bell. In any time I post a video, you're going to be the first to see it. Thank you and press the subscription button. Bye and have a good day. Ciao till I come your way again. Stay blessed.